This is the Traveler. The Traveler is their smaller, arguably much more portable version. So it's kind of like the old style clamshell laptop look. You see it's got two hinges, where if you were part of the original, the original Kickstarter or backing group, the hinges was a common discussion point. But, it's a high gloss device. It's a fingerprint magnet, but hey, those are not the things that got me interested in using it, right? The idea here is that this is a very, very portable version of the original device that we had before. Battery life is exceptionally good. I've been able to use it daily for over a week, 2 weeks without needing to recharge. So the overall experience of the device is pretty much like you would imagine, right? So we have a full-size bezel here. It's actually one screen sliced into two. It's a little bit reflective. It does not have the backlight, so you definitely want to keep that in mind. But it's a large screen, and it's very easy to read in direct sunlight, or, as you can see here, it's a pretty straightforward view. Again, the bottom has that same sort of character display toggle options that we had in the other device. I can switch through different display options here. Personally, I prefer to use the word count because I write to a specific word count each time. Now, the actual experience is really very similar, whereas the other device had toggle toggle knobs. This one would have buttons in case we have the same folders A, B, and C, Wi-Fi on, off, and new, which would allow us to select a new wireless network to bind to. The keyboard is good. The keyboard is reminiscent of, I would say, the ThinkPad keyboard from IBM, for those of you who's been in the business for a while. It's pretty responsive. It has a decent amount of travel. It's a lot better than some of the newer laptops that you'll find. And I think, again, the overall goal and the overall use case of the device is really straightforward. A lot of people may cast aspersions on the concept. They may say, hey, I can go use a notepad and that's distraction free, or I can turn off the Wi-Fi on my laptop. Yeah, you can do all those things. And I've tried each one of them. But I think the magic inherent to really any of these single purpose devices is it allows you to focus in on exactly what it is you're trying to do, which in my case was to produce anywhere between 1,500 and 3,000 words daily on a number of different projects, and to be able to do it in such a way that I didn't have to deal with interruptions, emails, messages, tweets, etc. I was able to just focus in on the task. And the other thing that it does, and I think it's something that you don't really think about until you're using it, is it allows you to think creatively about the work as you're doing it, but not really self-correct. You're not going to go back and modify something 6 paragraphs up and change the flow of the story. You're going to deal with whatever it is you wrote, and you're going to keep going. And this has led to some very interesting results. I'm not a big proponent of plotting, of lots of outlining and details. I prefer to use a framework and to work within that framework. We may not know exactly what's going to happen, but we know what types of things have to happen at this point in either the novel or the novella or the serial or the short, etc. So using this device sort of forces me to say, well, we started going right at the start, so we're going to keep going right, and we're going to just we're going to follow that thread wherever it goes. It's hard to describe if you're a big-time plotting individual, but if you like to sort of work within the boundaries of a framework or pants your way to success, these kind of devices do some interesting things. They force you to think about your writing in a different way. So again, overall, device is extremely light. It fits within a keyboard or a USB keyboard carrying case, of which there are plenty out on Amazon, and they also have their own case. It is quite easy to use, synchronizes with the cloud. I think since the start of this endeavor, or since I've owned these two devices, I've produced in excess of 1 million words between the two devices. So it is able to let me do what it is I want to do, which is focus entirely on writing and not on any of the other tertiary activities that are really good at sucking up your time. All right, well, hopefully that helps and gives you an understanding of the product and whether or not it's fit for you.